What if a single droplet poised above a clear liquid could magically turn this humble test tube into a perfect mirror? The glass tube rests on the bench, half filled with colorless liquid, while a dark backdrop swallows stray light. Stay tuned. Something about to fall will start painting our canvas. Next to the tube, a beaker holds a clear silver nitrate solution, its surface catching a soft overhead glow. A droplet of clear ammonia rests on a pipette tip, trembling in the same light. Together they hint at a silver-based paint that will soon coat our glass canvas. On the other side, a second beaker cradles a colorless aldehyde solution, its glass sidearm gleaming. A glass stirring rod lies across the bench, balanced between the two vessels. The arrangement feels like an artist's palette, ready to blend ingredients that will paint the tube's interior. Now the silver nitrate beaker takes on a faint milky haze as ammonia is gently swirled in, forming Talon's reagent. The cloud drifts, yet the liquid remains transparent enough to see through. This milky veil is the first brushstroke on our invisible silver canvas. A pipette tips over the cloudy mixture inside the test tube, releasing a few drops of the aldehyde solution. The liquid stays clear, but a subtle sparkle flickers at the surface, as if the silver paint is beginning to dry on the glass canvas. Watch as the transformation unfolds. The tube is lifted above a low blue flame Bunsen burner. A thin plume of warm vapor curls upward, and the liquid's surface catches a faint glow like a spotlight illuminating fresh paint. The heat nudges the hidden chemistry, coaxing the silver layer to spread. Inside the glass, a delicate silvery sheen blooms on the lower wall, catching the lamp's light like a ghostly film on a freshly painted canvas. The rest of the liquid stays crystal clear, framing the emerging mirror. Who knew a simple drop could act as a silver brush? The silvery film ripples upward, quickly covering most of the tube's interior. Soon the overhead lamp is reflected in sharp detail on the glossy surface, as if the glass has become a polished mirror painted with silver. The next moment, the whole tube will shine like a window to another world. The tube now shows a near-complete mirror. The dark backdrop behind it is vividly reflected, creating a stark contrast between bright interior and surrounding gloom. It's as if the silver paint has finished its masterpiece, turning invisible liquid into a gleaming portal. A hand dips into frame, its outline crisp on the silver glass, proving the mirror's clarity while the rest of the bench stays unchanged. The reflection feels like a painted silhouette coming alive on our silver canvas, inviting curiosity about what else this invisible brush can capture. The tube is gently tilted. The silver film slides in a thin line, briefly unveiling the reflected laboratory scene. Bunsen flame, safety goggle rack, and a glimpse of the ceiling lights. That fleeting glimpse shows the paint is still fluid, ready to glide wherever we tilt the canvas. The tube rests upright on a stand. The silver interior still reflects the camera lens, showing a crisp image of our own eye peering back. It's like standing before a painted portrait that suddenly becomes a window. Our gaze meets its own silvered brushstroke. A tiny drop of dilute acid is placed at the tube's mouth. Fine bubbles rise, and the silver film begins to dull, revealing a faint blue-green tint beneath. The surface now looks as if the silver paint is washing away, exposing a hidden undercoat. The acid continues its work. The silver coating loosens, flaking off in a cascade of glittering particles that settle like confetti on the bench. Each tiny fragment catches the lab light, reminding us that our invisible brush has now brushed itself away. The tube now displays a flawless, bright silver mirror from top to bottom. Your face is reflected perfectly, as if a polished metal disc had been painted onto the glass. The transformation feels complete. Our invisible brush has finished its masterpiece on this once clear canvas. We lift the tube close to the camera. The mirror shows a crystal clear image of the ceiling lights, emphasizing the unexpected solidity of the coating. It's as though the silver paint has hardened into a glassy pane, turning invisible liquid into a solid looking glass. A gentle tap cracks the glass. The silver film fractures and peels, scattering sparkling fragments that catch the lab light like tiny mirrors. The broken pieces lie scattered on the bench, reminding us that even a painted canvas can shatter under a simple touch. Pulling back, the whole bench comes into view. We see the hidden chemistry inside the liquid laying down a thin silver coating on the glass, turning clear liquid into a mirror. Our invisible silver paint turning a simple tube into a perfect, reflective canvas. And that's how everyday chemistry can turn the invisible into art.